What is up? It is Paristtmpped, Paristtmpped. Yes, I'm not outside, but with time on this crazy crunch, I'm like, let me just execute my ideas every time I have it, because I don't really have the time to wait till tomorrow, because tomorrow has its own goals and obstacles and all that coals things. Anyways, so somebody commented if I can talk about self-love as a trans person, I guess finding ways to love yourself. And I feel like this is a very important topic to touch on, because I feel like it really wasn't until this year that I really found that self-love that I was searching for, because it was almost like before my medical transition, or the medical part of this transition, and before I started to pass in the world, I feel like I was way more confident. And I think it was because I was confident in my insecurities. I had accepted what was, and I got used to myself. But then as soon as I was finally being perceived as I wanted to, all of a sudden I was hiding the fact that I was trans. I didn't post anymore, really YouTube anymore. My music wasn't as authentic. When I made friends, I didn't tell them. I really just didn't know how to be myself anymore. I literally completely lost confidence in myself, and I was meeting LGBT plus individuals that wanted me to be a part of their LGBT plus projects and stuff like that, and I was just like, this is too much for me. I'm not there yet. And I basically just went into this ball. Keep in mind, at this point, I'm a mentor and I'm helping youths to find themselves, but as I'm helping them find themselves, I'm losing myself in the process. And it really wasn't like I think it was just because I didn't have like that outside validation. I had people around me kind of putting me now in this new box of the kind of man I need to be, and it was making me feel completely uneasy, and I didn't really know how to go out in the world and present myself without being like overly perceived and analyzed. Now, I feel like that is the first thing you need to do, is let go of any kind of perception you have. You can't assume what people think of you anymore. Either let it go, because that creates more insecurities. If people are telling you what they think of you or pointing out aspects of you, they got to get cut, or they need to be put in their place, and boundaries need to be set. Because I feel like, for example, like I was dating this one girl, and she would often compare me to other men, and that's so weird for me. She'd be like, oh, look at him, like, you see what I mean though, he's so big and strong. Okay, the fuck? You don't like my abs, baby? Whose fault is that? That sounds hella personal. I've been working out. I've been in the gym. Not lately. But like, what I'm trying to say is though, like, that's another point. Do things that make you feel confident. Me doing things that make me feel confident allows me to be in positions where when people try to put me down, I already know in my head, I'm already doing the work, babe. The fuck? Oh, you look crazy. No, the fuck I do not. Because when I left this house, I thought I looked great. So you can't say shit. Your opinion needs to be the loudest in the room. No one can hear your thoughts but you. So you can say whatever the fuck you want about you. You can't let anybody put anything in your head. Now, I was a kid that got severely bullied growing up. I mean, everything about me was picked at. My teeth, the way I dressed, me not being financially stable, my eyes, my hair not growing fast. Every little thing was a thing. And I feel like it made me so insecure. So then, even when I was finally passing and looking good and people were actually perceiving me how I wanted, it was almost like it was too late. I was so damn insecure that nothing can convince me otherwise. And that shit is like long lasting. It affects you even now in this moment of time. I'm putting together pieces that I broke because of my insecurities. Insecurities can mess up your actual life, because you'll think that you don't deserve certain things that you do deserve, and you'll accept things that you shouldn't accept because you think you should be accepting them. But you need to put yourself on a higher regard, on a pedestal sometimes. Sometimes you got to. You know what I'm saying? I try to dress in ways that make me feel confident. Watch what I say, what I consume. I really can't watch certain videos. I can't, I don't like to, comparison is also the thief of joy. You can't be comparing yourself to people all the time. You have to give into your insecurities. Like the things that I don't like about myself, I have to realize like that's just what it is. Because I might not like it today, but I might like it tomorrow. Like some things that I don't like, people love. Like you got to realize that what your nitpick also doesn't matter. Your opinion shouldn't matter. Confidence is like basically man-made and structured. You get to decide what does and doesn't matter. What's sexy and not sexy. What is appealing and not appealing. What is your magnet and what is your repellent. You get to decide that. And if someone else is telling you, then they're just not meant for you. Like if people are noticing things about you, even if it's a real insecurity and they're picking at it, what the fuck? Why are you in my head? Why you gotta say it out loud? Do you want a cookie? Shit. You know what I'm saying? I feel like learning to be, you have to be around people that will accept you. And sometimes that's like 3 people out of the gazillions, you know what I'm saying? Because even though for me, like there's like this social world that accepts me, in my actual world, actually no. My world, the world accepts me, but the more people know you, the more they actually don't accept, because knowledge is power. So the more people know about you, the more they feel like they can manipulate the security in yourself. So if that makes any sense. I don't know where I was even going with that. But I guess what I'm just trying to say is confidence in self will help you love yourself as a trans person. I had to accept things I didn't like. And now the things that I didn't like are like barely even in my head. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of interesting. What we focus on becomes real. Like, I don't know. And the things that people would point out or pick at are like, usually insecure people do that. It's not really anybody else. So I had to also keep in mind, like, any kind of comments that people are saying about me is probably just projection. Fuck. Try to stay, staying healthy so that you don't have, because I feel like when you're trans, like you will find something wrong with you. I feel like it's so easy to go back into that shell. Definitely when you finally fix something, then I feel like when you're used to finding something broken, you'll look for it. You have to do things to make you not focus on yourself. There's more to the world than self. There is way more than the world than my body. Literally. My creativity needs my body. Like me making music, my body is the vessel to make my music. So when I'm posting music and I'm like posting a singing video of my face and some shit like that, there is no room for insecurity because my shell is not the point. It's what my shell can produce. You got to realize that it's more about what we produce. So, of course, we live in a world where we're perceived, where we have to pass and confide into these social norms and rules. But, you have to learn that none of that is actually, it's real, but it's as real as you make it, You know what I'm saying? I've spent a lot of this year by myself, and a lot of the things that I worried about was only because I was being perceived by other people. And it made me realize, let me just be around people that accept me or don't give a fuck. So then it's not a thing. You know what I'm saying? We just make things because we're around people that make things. We get to control where we're at. And if you can't control where you are, and you are around people that are consistently making you feel insecure, be able to make sure you're like taking hours or at least few minutes or time in your day to just be able to be in yourself, where you get to do what you want to do, dress up how you want to dress up. As a kid, since I couldn't outwardly dress how I wanted to, behind closed doors, I was doing the male photo shoots and had my assistant. I'm like, take a picture of me. I'm getting my little shape ups, doing little things to make me feel confident as my trans person, as myself, It's the little things go a long way. Because looking back, if I didn't do those little things, I wouldn't be where I am today. You know what I'm saying? I could only do little things at a point. I can remember thinking I would never get past it. Oh my God, it's so interesting. I can remember being in living rooms in certain spots, and I'm like, bro, I may never ever pass it. This may be who I am. And with that knowledge is power, because then it allowed me to go, what can I do now then? And the more I answer that question, the more I've kind of become this. I feel like this version of me is just a version of me that gave into every insecurity. You know what I'm saying? And time just passed. Over time, I just molded into my look, and I've become me. And I'm grateful for my experiences, and I'm grateful. Me being grateful also helps me be confident, because I always remind myself that there was a time where it was even worse. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like being grateful and how far you are in your journey will help you to become confident in where you're going and where you are in the current moment. You know, it's a process, one that you need to be patient with, and one that you need to surround yourself with love with, or at least consume good content like mine. Hit that subscribe button. But no, in all jokes aside though, good content is important. It's very important, because I feel like as a kid I made sure to watch certain things that filled up my spirit and got me excited for my future, because I feel like it was a dark time, and I didn't think I was ever going to get out of it. But let me be a reminder that you will. And if you can't right now, at least put yourself in spaces where you can temporarily. It will make a difference. My speech is starting to slur, which means it's time for me to hit the sack. This week is giving me hell, but y'all are getting me excited for what's next, though. I feel like I've built something here that I didn't think was possible, and I'm excited to, continue to see where it goes. Comment down any topics, comments, or concerns you want me to speak on, and I have a lot coming for you guys. I have a surprise on Friday. I want to say Friday, so look out by, I don't want to say a specific time just yet, but I do have a surprise for y'all, because y'all have showed out and y'all are getting me excited for where this channel can go, and I feel like the sky is the limit. So I'll see you soon.